it's already better.
Sounds like it's got a cam in it.
So happy right now. 16 mil compressor, a little more boosty, boys. Holy crap.
This makes 1,000 more foot-pounds of torque than I made with the 454.
All right, everybody, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Power Driven Diesel. Welcome to Mike's Finnegan's Personal Garage.
Woo!
We're gonna have a fun time today filming the ramp truck. This thing is legendary. This has been everywhere. Everyone's seen this truck. And 3 years ago, what did we do?
We did a big block delete, it's really what happened.
Big block delete.
And we put the 12 valve Cummins in there.
We've never asked this hoist to do this much.
And, you know, we tuned it up good, and now it's time to tune it up more.
Well, first off, Mike, you've had 3 years.
Yeah.
What's your impression? Is it better than a 454? Does it tow well? How does the truck perform?
I'm not just going to say this because you're standing here. This thing is so much better than a 454. And this is coming from a guy that still has a 454 in a 38-foot long box truck, ramp truck that goes up hills, no problem. It's fine. But it gets like 5.5 miles to the gallon, you know, on the worst days, and about 7 or 8 on the best days. Whereas this, fully loaded, will get between 12 and 15. Like it's a monster. Like it'll go up hills at 100 when no one's looking, allegedly. You know, so this thing is awesome.
On a closed course, hauling interstate.
Yeah, with safety gear on, like a helmet and all that stuff.
Hard hat.
Definitely.
So, but there is a small problem.
Yes.
So when we came out here, we just put stuff on. This was a tug, an airport tug truck this motor came out of, correct?
Yep.
Say hello to Shorty.
So we just literally swapped the motor over, nothing, just added a few bolt-on parts.
We're going to take all of these speed parts, bolt them onto the outside of this old Cummins engine, stab it in that ramp truck, and go do burnouts.
So today, we're gonna put a ported head on this bad boy.
We're doing the ported head, dropping GTs a little, gonna help it spool up a little bit better off idle, because naturally we're raising the NA power of the motor a little bit, and so that seems to just get those turbos kicked a little bit better. And then we're hoping the fuel economy will come up some more. The few we've tested, these towing heads seem to help fuel economy a little bit.
More efficient. Also, we're bringing our new power jet injectors. You've seen those on the channel. They've had great results. So we're gonna clean up the smoke on this truck, make some more power. This is gonna turn into the ultimate road tripping tow truck.
Yes.
That can go really fast at drag strips, towing things on the bed, probably.
We might have done that. If you watch RoadKill, you've seen it. I've made a drag strip pass with AMC ground mount on the back of this.
Well, let's get started, man. It's gonna be fun. Let's go.
All right. That's all that really matters right there.
So tell Amy.
Amy, love you. Thank you. That's all I cared about. I didn't care there's a cylinder head in there.
There's
Give me a lollipop. We're making progress. Top end of the motor is coming apart. We're getting ready to pull the head off. The fun part will be when we have to lift the cast iron head up at the same time as lifting the push rod. That won't come out because the firewall's in the way. Chinese engine hoist to the rescue. And that push rod over there, that's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna come with the cylinder head.
Mike, you said that this engine fit better in a square body Chevy than a Dodge. And I'm upset that the square body Chevy did not come with cowl holes already from the factory for the push rod. What's wrong? What were they thinking, Chevy?
In '73, I can't believe they didn't anticipate this swap happening 40 years later. It's weird. We have done the unthinkable. We just added a factory Dodge service hole to the firewall of my Chevy just so we could get that push rod out.
Yep.
Is that light too hot?
You want to do the honors?
There we go. Come on, buddy.
But Chevy did include the other factory service hole.
Yes,
push rods come out,
the top one.
which is nice. All right, now we can take our cylinder head off. There we go.
She is free. Free at last.
Okay, turbo's free, almost.
Yep. That's right. The light will just move with it. Go for it.
Just come back.
Yeah.
Go back.
Break the light.
Okay, lower it down a little bit. Just a hair. Okay, now you can go. Oh, oh, oh. That's all right. It's still okay. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't look crucial.
Okay.
Just a little dust in the motor. Whoa, that's my eyeball. Oh, there's a random dog. It's pandemonium in here. Oh,
this dog I sniffing. What's going on?
Goodness. How we looking here?
All right.
Oh yeah, look at that airport
You're not
tug.
lighting it.
Crosshatch still in there. This thing is money.
Do you want a 3-stone hone it and frame?
You know, this thing's mint.
Wow, there's a lot of crosshatch. You weren't kidding. It looks great.
So for those of you at home that are worried about an airport tug with a lot of hours on it, don't
you worry.
Now, what are we doing, fellas?
We're about to pop the gear off the injection pump so we can pull the injection pump out of the truck.
Okay.
The injection pump's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. We just thought, while we're in here this deep anyway, let's put you a freshly balanced pump that's kind of built specifically for what you're doing. It'll just run a little nicer, rattle smooth, a little less smoke. Yeah,
start better.
Less smoke, start better.
Start better, and we may have turned it up so it has more fuel capacity, just in case. Just in case we ever want more power.
Just in case. I love it.
It's there.
And this is the one that everybody wants, right? The P pump.
The P pump.
And
yep.
Is that what we're replacing with?
Yep.
But it's just a, massaged version.
Yeah.
Cool. And this is your own in-house tool for removing the injectors. These delivery valves. Sorry, why did I call it injectors? Sorry, it's delivery valve. Sorry, Cummins Nation.
The delivery valve holder, but the delivery valve is under there, and yes, you would use that to get into the delivery valves.
I learn from you all the time. Like how to make grilled cheese sandwiches, and, both feet when you jump on the trampoline, like just the important things.
There you go.
Oh, it just clears the master cylinder. Nice.
Okay. So you drain oil slowly, so you just get a nice little bucket here and let her hang out for a good long time. Old pump was satisfactory, but since we're coming out, we build pumps, so we build a new pump.
And look, they're both 911 pumps, which means they're a 180 horsepower pump. But the old 180 horsepower pump it's not maxed out. It just has some delivery valves and governor springs we threw in it here. This 180 pump, the guys gave the full works, full rebuild, fresh paint job obviously, and it flows a bit more. Touch more. Just a wee maybe bit. 200 cc's more.
Okay, so this is the head gasket off the motor. The last time the guys were here, they used a cool tool from Iski to cut a groove into the deck surface of the block, and then they laid round wire in it, creating what's called a fire ring, and that fire ring has left an indentation in the head gasket where it was sealing. Yeah, so the O-ring, it's left a little groove in the factory fire ring here. Pretty freaking sweet. And you can see it right there. Which is why it's sealed so well with 65 pounds of boost. See, if you look over here, you can see.
Yeah, you kind of see those little, right there, the little wires, what we put in there.
Yeah, there it is.
Still there, doing it.
Now,
20 thousandths ahead.
Most often now we do that in the cylinder head itself. Like if you call and order a head from us, we'll O-ring the head so you can put it in your block. You don't have to do this to your block, you can do it in the head, a lot easier.
Aha.
Hey Mike, will it make more power than the C10?
Oh, the C10.
Is that the same dyno the C10 went on?
No, the C10 was on a dyno in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and it made 567 to the tire. Horsepower, not horse torques. So there's that.
567.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll cover that, Todd? 567?
I think we have a fair chance. We'll see if a lot of it's how can it load? Is it a powerful dyno that can load to the engine? Because diesels make a lot more power to load. You go to a dyno, you'll make 35 pounds of boost. You go on the street, you'll make 50 pounds of boost. Like, why am I making so much more boost on the street? You can load it harder. So a lot of times you can't actually get your real number on a dyno because you just can't load them hard enough. It just doesn't seem to work. It's kind of weird that way.
But it's a great place to tune it at least.
Yes, before and after results is a great tool. Absolutely.
Yeah. How did you guys learn all this?
Trial and error. Gold dang, man.
No, we read on the internet forums back in the day.
The forums, that's
right. Wait, yeah, how long ago? Like, when did you start doing this?
Early 2000s.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what was the impetus for it? When did you go, oh, if I put a lot more fuel in a diesel motor, it goes really fast?
Well, I was excited. I did a lot of research.
Okay.
And my first mods, I did a fuel plate and stuff, and it went pretty good. And then I got my first turbo.
Right.
I was like, this is gonna be awesome. In my mind, it was gonna just be amazing. And
Yeah.
I put it in there, and I got on it. I was like, it wasn't exactly what I thought it was gonna do.
Right.
It was a big improvement. But I was like, in my mind, it was gonna be better than this. And so then it just has never stopped since then. I've just been more and more and more. And I've gotten to the point where it's where I thought it would be. It's ridiculously fast and
Right.
things I do, but it took a minute. So it was a lot of fun.
All right, well, pump is on. This is good. I think the head can go on next, and then it'll just fall back together, even though we're changing turbos, and I'm sure the exhaust is going to line up just fine. No problems.
I see no problems.
Yeah, we'll definitely make the dyno tonight.
We got a dyno pump at 5.
We're almost there, dude. No problem.
Mike calls, he's like, actually, we're just going to move it up to noon.
There wasn't enough drama. We needed higher stakes, so yeah. Is this really happening?
This is happening. This is the big day.
Oh, tell me all about it.
I've finished fabricating studs. It was very hard.
You hacked up 4 bolts, turned them into studs. I believe that took you 2.5 days. Congratulations.
Well, I'm a man of many talents.
Okay, so hold on. That's the new turbs.
So this is a brand new Aggressor 6064.
Okay.
So the old one was 58 millimeter. This one's 60.
Okay.
The old one was 60 millimeter on the back. This one's 64. The other one was 12 blade. This one's 10 blade. 10 blades, more flow, lower EGT, 60 mil compressor, a little more boosty boys.
And it's sparkly. Like if you look close, like.
Look at that. Fits like it was meant to go there.
Let it go.
But I felt it like fall into the dowel. That's good.
Cool. Nice work, fellas. Oh, it's starting to look like an engine now. Look at that. Turbo's in, exhaust is reconnected, which we had to do a little tweaking to get that to line up again because this turbo is in a little bit different place, but not too bad. Cold side looks like it's gonna work. The head is torqued, rockers are in. Note the brand new stainless rocker stands that are much more durable than the old ones. I'm filming you, you filming me. What? Oh my God.
It's like Inception.
I know. Okay, valve lash is set. You'll notice some giant holes in the cylinder head just waiting for injectors. And the way I understand it, this is the key to us having less smoke.
This is the way.
Do you have an old one to compare to the new one?
I'm not going to be able to see any difference. Only one's dirty, one's clean.
Oh.
Are you saying I can't see? You can see my eyes suck? Yeah, see, one's dirty, one's clean.
So one difference, these old ones are a VCO. These are a micro blind sack, which means it's got a smaller tip. But the big difference is the way the holes are formed.
There's
VDM
holes.
process, the size of the holes, orientation.
So does the new one have more holes?
The new one has more holes,
Okay.
but they're smaller than the old one.
Okay. So same flow, but a finer mist?
Better atomization.
Better control, better atomization. All right, so we put these in there and smoke gets better.
Smoke gets better and power stays the same, or actually sometimes, usually it improves a little.
Oh, that's a bold statement.
They're really nice. It'll work really good.
And what do you call these things?
Power jets.
Power jets from Power Driven Diesel. All right, so these were these factory before, these ones here?
They're basically they're a factory nozzle that's been modified bigger.
Okay.
But the old, you could only extrude hone them in the past, so you're kind of limited to the factory holes. These ones start as a blank nozzle, so we can put the holes anywhere we want, any size we want, and all of a sudden, the power's unlocked.
Nice. All right, so those go in, then cold side gets put together, and then make noise.
All right, Todd, first startup. You ready?
Yeah, the seat needs to go back. Like, let's see if I can. I'm like way against the roof here. There we go, getting closer. All right, I'm ready to turn the key.
Here we go. Pushing it outside so it's not to smoke out the house.
We're ready.
Do it. Fire it right up. Oh, it's already better. So before, when I would fire it up, you'd have to crack the throttle a little bit and it would black smoke everywhere. Dude, this is already so much better. It was so sooty before. Yes. Sounds like it's got a cam in it. All right. We have warmed it up. We are now doing a hot retorque and then bonsaiing to Moe's Speed Shop.
No tuning necessary, hopefully.
You can tune it all the way over there.
That's right, that's right.
And then we'll bonsai to Moe's Speed Shop, see if we can actually fit this thing in the room and whether it fits on the chassis dyno, and then find out what does she make with some tweaking. We've got 3 knobs and 1 switch in there we can play with. I play with them all the time. I don't know if it helps or not, but I feel the difference when I do. Here we go.
There's no smoke at all.
This is wild. It didn't, like right now, I would be sooting everything.
Yeah. Yep.
This is great.
A lot better.
So much better. Nice work, fellas. I don't care what it makes for power.
Mission accomplished.
So
Now
happy right now. Oh my God, I'm so happy right now. So we were at Moe's Speed Shop. And right now, Jeff Harris, who runs this place, is measuring the wheelbase of the ramp truck to see, can we get it inside of Moe's Speed Shop to use the chassis dyno? I don't know. Let's see what we're working with over here. Like, it's tight.
Wait, you think you need a floor jack?
Dude, there's no way we're getting in here. I'm gonna go past it, back up, and see.
Here's the situation. You got to make this tight corner to get this into the dyno. But not to worry. Mike's a professional driver. He can make it happen.
Dude, oh my God, we did it. I'm pointed directly at a car that I don't want to replace. These straps better be awesome.
I don't think you want to hit this car. But you've got a solid 1.5 feet.
Nice little CUDA. Another nice little CUDA. And then the RoadKill ramp truck. Miraculously strapped down to the dyno. This is happening. This is happening. And kudos to you, sir, for the
Yes.
for the deflector. We got a fan aimed at the exhaust pipe and a hood to hopefully send the exhaust out the shop and not all over these beautiful cars.
This is as much as possible.
Oh man, can you imagine the white Saline Mustang, what it would look like had you not done what you just did?
Well, luckily with these turbos in this field, it's not going to be terribly smoky. So on spool up, it's going to smoke. After that, it'll be pretty clean. But still, look at the stuff here, dude.
We got to do our part.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Jeff Harris, get her strapped down. The great thing about this is there's really not a lot of tuning to do. We have, you know, street mode, and then you flip the switch to party mode, and that's it. It makes what it makes.
You just got to make sure you're locked up.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're losing hundreds of horsepower.
I was going to let you drive,
Okay.
if you're cool with that,
Sure.
so that I could film. That was what?
I didn't realize you were not in party mode.
Oh, that was street mode?
That was valet.
Oh, valet mode is worth what? Let's see.
We need to go up from there. So there's a...
So valet mode is 202 horsepower, and where's
I'll
this?
pull it down. I put it on boost so you can read boost. So you can
How much
see.
boost did we make?
We made 35 pounds. 35, so
35 pounds
35 pounds.
A
And this,
boost
oh, you want to see the torque? So
in
let's pull the torque.
that's in valet mode. That's, you know, you park it at the Palms, got it all in black. They're out there hot rodding your truck.
Absolutely.
But they're really not going fast.
464 torque.
All right, so 464 torque, 204 horsepower. This is about 100 more foot-pounds of torque than this engine made stock at the tires in this truck. It made, I think, 330 when it was stock with a 454. Hey, is it in party mode? All right. 424 horsepower, 958. So we doubled our horsepower, we doubled our torque.
424 horsepower, 958.
It's really low.
How much boost did it make?
About 44 pounds of boost. That sound about right? 46.
So you've been about 65 on the street in the past?
With the old setup, yeah.
Max was 47.5 pounds.
So this is boost on the bottom?
Okay, that's boost on the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. First one in red, second one in blue. So we made more boost.
Lots more boost.
And this is torque, and torque peaks at, wow, it peaks at like 2,300 RPM.
Yeah, about the time that you press the gas.
Instantly, yeah. Wow.
Can I do one more, another run?
Yeah.
I just put the turbo tuner. I want to see if it affects the boost at all, or if we're just curious, like if we have any, like these are not huge compounds, but
Yeah. Let's do another one.
I don't remember which way. I just turned it a bunch.
Okay. Do you want a flash? Do you want a flashlight?
I don't know which way it was,
I just turned it a bunch.
I think clockwise goes in,
Yes.
and I think that is more.
More's better.
Yeah. Your boost line blew off. You're not gonna have boost on that one because it blew apart.
It blew apart right on the hill. We had it all the way to here. Whoa. Boost is 47.5 pounds. It maxed the sensor out.
Holy crap!
1350.
Oh, I'm the high. I have 1100. I'm the high note. Wheels 1250.
Who was 13? Who was it? Who was
504 horsepower, 1,351 foot-pounds of torque, and it was all in how you loaded the dyno?
I was trying to load it earlier, and with the brakes, get the turbo spooled like on the road, because there's no load in this dyno. It's a great dyno. It's got load. The diesels love load.
Yeah.
So like, all right, I'll do the brakes. And it made a difference.
Dude.
Absolutely.
It had a lot more smoke.
So when we raced,
Because
Way more.
Probably at the most boost, it pushed the AFC forward and gave us the feel we were not getting when we did enough boost to actually make it happen.
Wow.
But still, I mean, what did it do?
Dude, that's
1,300 foot-pounds to the ground.
1351? That's not bad.
Not bad. That's insane.
Better than the 454.
Oh, way better.
Big block delete for the win.
Yeah, this makes 1,000 more foot-pounds of torque than it made with the 454. Like, nice work, fellas.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Wait, who won?
Oh,
he won.
Will won with that 1250 torque number.
How much cash was it?
I think it was like,
It's like $1,000 bucks.
$15.
$1,350 for 1,350 foot-pounds of torque?
$14 and 2 Slim Jims. That's at least worth $1,000.
Dude, not a bad day.
Those are Moe's Slim Jims.
These are special. Jeff donated these to the cause.
Can't get that just anywhere. All right.
Upside down.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
We're out.
Good stuff. Thank you.
These guys have made me an offer, and I need your help. They will build a Stroker 6.1?
6.1 liter.
A 6.1 liter Stroker Cummins 12 valve for the RoadKill ramp truck if you guys go give them a follow and boost their numbers. They're hovering around like 100,000 subscribers. They want 400,000 subscribers, which is a massive number. There's no time limit for this. And by no time limit, I mean 6 months. They give me 6 months. They're like, Mike, if you can get another 300,000 people over to our page to sign up and watch this guy blow his truck in half, they'll build a Stroker big block for this thing. We will go to Utah, drive the truck, bring it all the way there, and film an install and dyno session of this thing with a real motor in it. Again, sign up for the Power Driven YouTube channel, because if you subscribe there, we put a better motor in here. Thank you.